We are live. Alright, so let's get right to it. Okay, what's up everybody? My name is Glitched. I'm the world record holder for pretty much every category in this game for Budokai 1. I put a lot of research, a lot of grind into this game. One of my favorite games in the Budokai series, if not my favorite. So today's going to be a 100% run for Budokai. It's not truly 100%, but it's 100% story mode. So we're going to be completing pretty much every chapter of the story mode. And in those chapters, we play as multiple characters. We play as Goku, Gohan, Frieza, Piccolo, Vegeta, Cell, and a special meme character at the end. But before we start, I gotta check my settings. So in this game, we use very easy on both difficulties, computer difficulty and dual difficulty. So we just do double very easy, and then we want to set our controls. So I'm gonna put guard on R1, and I have them already preset, so we're good here. So pretty much good to go. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm on new game here. So in this run, we want to make sure that we are on new game so that we can start the story fresh. So I'm just going to hit new game here. Turn off autosave. And then we'll count down in just a moment. Alright, so I got to probably reset my difficulty one more time. I just wanted to make extra sure we were on new game. But yeah, this is going to be a really sick run. So get ready, fellas. This is going to be hype. Alright, so we're all good to go there. Alright, so I'm going to count down, and we're going to start. So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this game takes place from the start of the Saiyan Saga all the way up to the end of the Cell Saga. And in the first round of story mode fights, we're going to be playing from the hero perspective, the main character perspective. So we're going to be playing a lot of Goku, a lot of Gohan, that sort of thing. So we're starting off from the very beginning in the Saiyan Saga, and we're going to be fighting Raditz. I'm playing the Japanese version, by the way, just because I prefer the voices. There is no advantage to speed for the Japanese version. But to start here, we're going to kind of explain the concept of guard canceling. So this game has combos that can be canceled by holding guard. So when you see me do a combo and I stop and return to neutral position, it's going to be because I pressed guard at the end of my last attack. So we're going to be utilizing that and side steps to keep them in high hit stun here. So just like this, our main combo is exactly what you just saw there, and I'm going to be sweeping them at the bottom once they knock down, just to make sure that they can pop up for another combo here. So, not too bad there. So yeah, we utilize forward combos, kick combos, and side steps to pretty much lock them in hit stun and make sure that they can't really escape once we've landed our first hit. So it's pretty complex from the surface, but it's not too bad once you actually try it here. But from here, we're going to be going straight into a Raditz minigame. This minigame tortured so many young children when they were growing up trying to beat this game. You have to align yourself with the middle so that Piccolo can hit you with the special beam cannon. So hopefully I don't fail, but I like to stand still until it's around the 4-second mark, and then I'd start to adjust. So I'm going to start to adjust about now. Oh, yeah. It's a marathon special to fail this here. It's a marathon special, but don't worry, it's perfectly cool. Every Budokai run in a marathon has to fail this once, just for the nostalgic vibes, you know? So we're gonna adjust. I got really bad RNG on that. There we go. Not bad. So I was like just barely off and I failed it, but that's very normal. A lot of the time that's a reset point in this run where sometimes Raditz will just kind of hard steer you one direction at the very end while you're trying to reel him back in. So it's not a problem, but normal marathon memes there. Yeah, we go straight from Raditz to fighting Nappa with Goku. And now we have Kaioken unlocked, and Kaioken increases your damage by a considerable amount. Pretty much every transformation drastically increases your damage. So from this point on in the run, we're going to be transforming and immediately starting our combo off of the guard break from transform. So I'm going to start with Kaioken here. and we're going to do the same combos that we've been doing. We cannot start our combos with the same starter. So if I start a combo with forward punch, I can't use forward punch again in succession, or else it will knock the character over. So we're going to start with guard break and start our combo here. We like to end our combo with Kamehameha because it doesn't scale the damage, and by not scaling damage, we can get a really high hit combo here. Not scaling the damage will make it to where our Kamehameha will do 300 flat damage instead of like the 150 it would cost if you were doing a full combo. So non-scaled damage is very good. We like to do that at the end of our combo to get a nice big boost from our damage. So now we're going to be fighting Vegeta. Vegeta is a little bit different. We can't use our forward knee combo to continue our chain because he's a little too short. It'll actually miss. So we're going to be skipping the knee portion of our combo and just doing the punches into Kamehameha to get consistent damage here. Alright, so normal kicks here. Oops. Alright. So just like this, we'll be good here. Alright, not bad, not bad. So yeah, Vegeta's a little bit short, so hitting combos on him can be a little bit finicky. But it's really not bad once you get used to it. You just have to omit certain parts of your combos so that you don't actually fail keeping the chain up there. So I accidentally, when I was double tapping forward to get some movement closer to him, accidentally did a forward punch, and that actually showed you exactly what I meant, where I already started a forward punch combo and did another one right afterwards, and it knocked him down on the ground. So you want to avoid that. You want to do a unique combo starter on each chain. But for Kid Gohan is unfortunately very bad in this game, so we just have to mash punch. It's the only viable combo he has. He doesn't really have complex combos like the other characters, so we just have to mash punch out here and hope that Vegeta will let us win. So we're just going to be mashing our soul away here, just absolutely hoping that we can get our damage off. Sometimes he'll block, sometimes he'll let us beat him up. We just want him to keep doing it just like he's doing right now. It's a block. It's unfortunate, but this isn't too bad so far. Alright, cool. That was actually good. A lot of the time, Vegeta will block non-stop during that fight, and it can waste a lot of time, but that was overall very solid. So from here, we're going to be going straight into our training segment. So we're heading right into the Namek Saga. We're ending the Saiyan Saga with that fight here. And going to the next saga, you'll see a little transitionary period about now, just to tell you that we're going to the next arc. So we're just going to hit no, that we don't want to go back to the main menu, and we're going to continue. So from here, we're starting with Goku training on his way to Namek. So there's a couple training exercises you have to do to get through this segment. You have to start off with Ki Blast deflecting training. Teaches you how to deflect Ki Blasts back and forth between each character. And then you start with a clash. Clashing is when you clash charge attacks together and hit them at the same time, and you have a little super fast clash segment that you have to go through as well. But we'll start with the Ki Blast training. We want, ideally, Vegeta to knock the Ki Blast back and forth between us. There's a special position you have to stand to do that, but if it doesn't work, we'll just be deflecting them away like normal, hoping that we actually can get them done quickly. So we'll see if he gives me the position here. Okay, a little bit too small. Just like this. Alright, that was actually pretty good. That wasn't bad at all. It's very, very hard to get that position because it's almost pixel perfect. It's a very specific coordinate that you have to stand on the map to make it to where Vegeta's AI will react and deflect the charge back to you. Otherwise, normally he will get hit and knocked over like you saw previously, or he'll knock the Ki Blast away. But if you're standing in the exactly perfect spot, then he'll deflect him back and forth, and it's the fastest way to do it. So now we're going to be training with clashes. We have to charge attack and clash into each other at the same time. We're going to want to win 3 of these clashes and lose 2 of them here. So you have to mash the sticks really hard to win these clashes. So this is very nice so far. All right, that's 2. We got to win 1 more. All right, now we lose 2. This is actually really good training. This is a very highly RNG segment because you're relying on the AI, but this has been like very good. So that's the class training there. It's actually very RNG dependent, so I'm proud of the fact that Vegeta actually cooperated there. So now that we've trained, we're ready to go to Namek. We're nice and strong. We're going to head straight into Raccoon after this Vegeta hologram fight. So we have to fight Vegeta as a hologram with minimum HP. This is another hard fight for a lot of people in childhood, but knowing our Goku combos and the fact that we have Kaioken, this will be no problem at all. So we're going to start off with our normal Kaioken guard break and do our regular combo here. Easy. So you might notice that I'm kind of delaying myself a little bit between each combo. The reason for this is that your combo meter underneath your health bar will tell you how many hits of a combo that you're at. So if you let your combo meter reset, you'll actually do more damage. And this is because of the fact that when you are at a higher combo level, you do less damage. The damage actually scales down the more hits you do, and this is just to prevent people from doing infinite combos and things like that. But if you slightly pause between each combo on their back, you can reset the combo meter and get your maximum damage back again. So pay close attention to me doing sidestep combos and pausing in between my cancels. You'll see that I'm doing a lot of damage by doing that. So Goku's arrived at Namek. We're here to clean up the Ginyu Force with first Raccoon here. Raccoon's a really big character, pretty easy to combo. He likes to block a little bit, but it's really not a terrible fight at all. So we're going to do our normal combos on Raccoon. Same combos with Goku that we use pretty much throughout the whole run. If he turns around like this, I usually just start my combo over again. Yeah, so he turned around before I can rip my Kamehameha, which sometimes happens. The AI will react and kind of block, and the blocking will turn their character around really fast. And you don't want to rip your Kamehameha at that point. If you do, they can block it and retaliate. So I have to react to the fact that the character turned around from my back combo, and I have to stop and restart. So if you notice me stopping and not using Kamehameha, that's purely based on reaction and me making sure that I don't get blocked and retaliated on. But same thing with Ginyu. Ginyu likes to block a little bit more as well. The further you get into the game, the higher the AI kind of scales up, and the more the AI is scaled, the more they block. So blocking is like the main source of time loss in this game. You really don't want to get blocked, because if you do, that's where all of your time will go. Oof, that was a really quick attack. Alright, not bad, not bad. Could have been a lot worse. But yeah, this is actually going to be a difficult fight. So if you remember from the anime, the manga, Ginyu actually switches bodies with Goku. This game will actually make you play as Ginyu in the form of Ginyu versus Goku. So now I'm playing as Ginyu. And Ginyu doesn't have very good combos at all, so you have to kind of makeshift combo. You have to juggle in the air with kicks and catch them on their landing with sweeps. So it's a very difficult strategy. It's pretty precise. So you'll kind of see, you might see me fail it a little bit, but we want to stay as high in the air as we can. Get these kicks off and juggle just like that with the sweep. That was not bad. That can go a lot worse if you get grabbed or if you get blocked. That fight can be very dangerous. So, considering how hard that strat is, it's actually a pretty good fight there. So, not doing too bad so far. Everything's going pretty well. But yeah, so now that we have defeated Ginyu, we're going to be going into the Rejuvenation Chamber, coming back to fight Frieza afterwards. So now we start the series of Frieza fights. These fights get a little bit harder as we go on, but we start to unlock higher levels of Kaioken until we eventually unlock Super Saiyan. Once we unlock these high levels of Kaioken, like Kaioken times 10, times 5, Super Saiyan, our damage is extremely boosted. So as long as we can keep up our normal combos, these enemies can get wiped out in as little as 2 full combo strings, which is a lot faster than it starts with your no Kaioken or times 2. So we're going to be doing our same combos as usual. See, I had to react to them turning around there and stop my combo. Okay, not bad. Alright. That was pretty solid, Frieza. Not too bad, but now we're going to be going into the Super Saiyan Frieza fight. So, Goku's going to have Super Saiyan. We're going to be fighting him with Super Saiyan Power-Up. Super Saiyan Power-Up is insanely strong. If I remember correctly, I believe it's like 150% damage boost, which is extremely high. You can literally defeat Frieza in 2 combos if you can do it correctly. But this is another fight that was notoriously hard for a lot of people who grew up with this game. On very easy, it's not as bad, but being in the air kind of puts you at a disadvantage because being in the air and not having the guard break from transforming, you start this fight as Super Saiyan, puts you at a disadvantage a little bit. You don't get a free combo starter, so you kind of have to hope that he doesn't back up or block you at the start here. So we're going to just start off hoping to get our kick combo off, and once we get it off, we want to get that Kamehameha because Super Saiyan Kamehameha is way stronger than it is in any other form. So we just got to hope he lets us play the game. Okay. Oh my! Well, that's a classic Frieza moment there. Okay. So yeah, we just kind of had to make do there because Frieza woke up, grabbed me. That has never happened to me in a million years. It happens sometimes though. If he gets knocked over on the ground, sometimes enemies will pop up and frame one grab you immediately. It's kind of rare, but yeah, the fact that his grab will knock you on the ground actually reverts you back to Super Saiyan. If your ki goes below, I believe, 6, then you will lose Super Saiyan. But Kaioken times 10 is really strong still as well, so it's really not a bad thing to lose it. But it's very, very rare that that happens. It's not really reactable or defendable in any way. So we'll hopefully, once again, hope he doesn't back up on me and get knocked over like he did that time. And you'll be able to see how strong Super Saiyan can really be. Yeah, notice how he's already in red HP. Yeah, you see how fast that fight was compared to the other. Super Saiyan is insanely overpowered. So we made it work. A lot of things can happen in this game because you're basically fighting against the AI. The AI likes to do whatever the AI likes to do. There's not really a way to manipulate it or a way to predict what they're going to do. So things like Frieza grabbing me immediately right whenever he got up off the ground, there's not really much I can do. I just kind of have to react to the situation and adapt and make it as good as I can once it happens. So considering what happened, those were good fights as well. So we're going from the Frieza Saga straight to the Android Saga, Cell Saga. So from here, I believe we're starting with, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have some Piccolo fights here. The order kind of loses me here, but we'll see exactly what we got going on. You can transform back into Super Saiyan after you lose it, but it's usually not worth it because of the fact that you would have to stop doing attacks in order to transform. Oh yeah, we have to fight Android 19 first. So we're still Super Saiyan Goku. He has heart disease, so your attack is your attack's the same, but your health will be draining as you're fighting 19. So we have to defeat him before our health drains to the bottom. It's not a big deal with Super Saiyan at all. So that was a really good fight. It really wasn't bad at all. I barely lost any HP. Basically didn't get hit. But yeah, that fight can get kind of dangerous because your health is draining so fast, and 19 can kind of get you into some saucy combos. But it's really not too bad once you have your Super Saiyan buff going ham with the combos. Yeah, after fighting 19, I believe, is when we will start fighting with Piccolo. Piccolo is not the greatest character. He is actually kind of bad in a way. He has some pretty terrible combo starters. His kick combo does not, it's not a true combo. The first 2 hits will connect, the combo will drop, and the next 2 hits will connect. So sometimes you'll land the first 2, but the next 2 will get blocked. As long as the last hit lands, you can start your combo. It's kind of RNG whether or not it happens, so this fight can be very dangerous. But we want to transform into our fusion with Kami and hope that we get a final hit like that so we can start our combo. We're not going to be using Destructive Wave. The reason for this is because Destructive Wave actually scales really badly. So this is a pretty bad fight right now. Cell's not really being cooperative. Okay, that wasn't really good. Cell blocked a lot, and that's exactly what I mean by the fact that his kick doesn't... It's not a true combo. Sometimes you'll hit the start, and it's like, okay, well, am I going to be able to jump behind him and start attacking? But it really doesn't work all the time. So it's completely at the mercy of RNG whether or not Piccolo can complete his combos. But as long as the very last kick will actually land, then you can do a full combo string. Sometimes you'll see me opt to do chops, like the chop forward punch combo instead. That's just to ensure I get some damage out. Chopping is a lot less useful than doing the full combo string. But if you're getting blocked a lot and you just want the fight to end, if you get a hit stun, if you get them in hit stun, it's okay to chop them from the front as well. But yeah, 17 is the same exact deal. He blocks a lot. You can't really start a combo reliably. So you just have to hope that you get the hit and react with the combo continuation. A Destructive Wave does way less damage than Kamehameha, so we're not going to use it because it's a little slow. Oh gosh. Of course we gotta have a clash. Gotta finish it with the swag, of course. I wanted to get the little bit of extra damage from charging to maybe see if I could finish him off, but of course he hit me with a charge attack at the same time and we got a clash duel. Gotta love marathon Budokai runs. It's always something new. But yeah, now that we're done with Piccolo, thankfully, no more Piccolo fights. Goku and Gohan are out of the time chamber. We've defended the boys. So now we get to play as a broken character once again. We get to play as Super Saiyan Goku. So Super Saiyan Goku against Cell. It's the same as usual, same combos that we always do, except Cell is a very higher, like much higher AI. So he is way more prone to block, way more prone to do advanced combos. So we're going to be hoping that we can just get our combo string off as quickly as possible without getting guarded or without getting comboed ourselves. So sometimes I might back up a little bit or I might guard in between my combos to block. But looks like we got a good start here, so let's see if we can get it going. Very good Cell fight. That was very nice. So, not bad. Usually that fight can go kind of bad. Notoriously, you can lose up to like 15-20 seconds just based on him blocking you, which is terrible. But he gave me the combo at the start each time. So now we get to play our favorite, the fan favorite, Teen Gohan. So Teen Gohan, unfortunately, despite having Super Saiyan 2 and being the only character that has Super Saiyan 2 in this game, he's not a very strong character. He doesn't have cancels like Goku has. He doesn't really have long combo strings. So we have to kind of stitch together our own combos with Gohan here. So what we do is we do a forward punch kick combo to knock Cell up in the air. As he's falling down, then we're going to juggle him with normal punches. So it's kind of a mixture of Teen Gohan's unique combo and Kid Gohan's punch spam strategy. So you'll kind of get to see what I mean by popping up in the air here and then juggling with regular punches. Sometimes we'll do the back punch like that. The back punch is a good mix-up to make sure that we can still avoid Cell's attacks and get through his guard. But Cell's notorious for guarding here. Oof. That was pretty good. Not a bad fight at all. I got blocked a lot, but that's normal for Cell. Cell's AI is more like, once we're on very easy mode, the longer you get into the game, the higher the AI goes up. So even though I'm on very easy for both difficulties, at the end of the game here, the AI is more like normal or hard. It's more like normal at this point, and then once you get to the rest of the story mode, the 100% stuff that you're going to be seeing me doing, it's going to start to get to about hard mode levels. So right now, the enemies are much more likely to block, much more likely to do advanced combos. So for considering that fact, that was not a bad fight. So now we've reached Super Saiyan 2, we've unleashed our rage, unlocked our potential, and we're going to use it to just spam square. Our potential all along was just spamming square. So Cell Juniors are really annoying. We can't really combo them. We can't really juggle them. But our square spam punches are actually very damaging. They do a lot of damage. So we're just going to take advantage of that and just punch them in the face. Just keep punching them in the face. And we might do a little sweep or two here. But punching them in the face like that, fastest way to do it. Sometimes they can attack you as you're dashing towards them. So when I'm dashing towards them like that, I'll block when I get close to them just in case they try to hit me. So I might be a little bit hesitant here, so I'll dash forward and guard. And if they don't do anything, I'll start my combo. Because sometimes they will start the fight by immediately hitting you with an aerial attack or like a hard knockdown, and it loses a lot of time. Just like that. I tried to block it, but I was a little bit late. Yeah, these things can get a little aggressive. Alright, so let's get back to the business. Normal punching them in the face, no problem here. Yeah. If you do the sweep like that, sometimes it can catch them while they're backing up. But usually you want to stick to the punches the best you can, unless you're at the very last bit of HP and you want to avoid a guard. Yeah, shout out to this amazing soundtrack, by the way. This game has such a good soundtrack. Not bad, Cell Juniors. A little bit rough on the edges, but it happens. Cell Juniors are kind of finicky. Yeah, this is one of the final fights here for any percent, but we're going to be doing 100%. So after this, we have a lot more to go. But right here, we're going to be fighting Perfect Cell. Same strategy as before. Pop him up in the air, juggle him on the ground, or juggle him as he's falling to the ground, and hope that we don't get guarded or comboed. Cell is notorious for doing a Spirit Bomb as well. He can just absolutely destroy you with the Spirit Bomb. So if I get Spirit Bombed, don't laugh. Don't laugh. It's gonna happen. But we'll see. We'll see what goes on. We already lost Super Saiyan 2. That's a little bit painful. Oh! That was actually the Spirit Bomb there. I'm so glad I avoided that. I told you it was gonna happen. Yeah, who got reverted now, buddy? Yeah, see, we almost got spirit bombed. I told you it's very likely. That attack that he tried to do, if I wouldn't have sidestepped that in time, I literally would have got spirit bombed into the dirt. So thankfully that didn't happen. We're wiping the sweat off our brow for that one. But we have another perfect cell fight this time, except it's super perfect cell. Max power. He spits out 18, blows up Goku, you know the business. But this time he's a lot more swole and a lot more difficult. So no spirit bombs. Don't do it, please. I'm trying to flex here. But yeah, we're same strategy, normal stuff. You'll start to realize that a lot of the strategies in this game are pretty much similar. It's just really dependent on whether or not the enemy blocks you or hits you with a bunch of attacks or knockdowns. But yeah. I'm going to try to do a little swag finisher here. Hopefully we can get away with it. Just for the fans, we'll see if we can do a Super Kamehameha. We'll see how it goes. If we can do it, that'll be sweet. But if not, I'll just kind of finish it off as normal. Alright, so good old load screens. You know, the PS2, the classic. Alright, we got Big Boy Cell. He's big. He's large. All right, we did it for the fans. Let's go. Give me some pogs in chat for this Super Kamehameha. Get erased, buddy. Goodbye. Not a bad fight at all. That was actually very good. All right. So that is the end of the any percent portion of the run, but we're going to go straight into the 100%. So we're going to get a little bit of credits here. We're going to just kind of see the ending of the game for the normal route. And then we're going to go back, and basically what the 100% run does, it retraces the steps of the story, but from a different perspective. So we started with the main Z fighter perspective, Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, a little bit of Piccolo fights. There's only 2 of them, but mostly Goku and Gohan. But now that we're going to go back and do the story missions that we unlocked, we're going to get to play the alternate perspective. So we're going to get to do Piccolo versus Raditz. We're going to get to do Vegeta versus Kid Gohan versus Krillin. We're going to get to do Frieza versus the Z fighters. We're going to get to play as the alternate perspective. So it's very cool to see. But at the same time, it gets really difficult. Vegeta's combos are very hard. Obviously, you've seen Piccolo. Piccolo is not the greatest, but we have to play as him for a large portion of the run here. So we're going to be going right back into it and starting with Piccolo. So Piccolo has no transformations because we're in the Raditz Saiyan saga. But we're just going to try to hope that Raditz doesn't make us lose a lot of time from guarding. And we're just going to do our same combos that we did on Cell and 17. So we'll go right back into story mode. Now we have different chapters unlocked. And we're going to start with the first new chapter, which is, once again, Piccolo versus Raditz. So we're going to be starting off the fight without a transformation, which means that we don't get a guard break. Guard break is usually our surefire way to guarantee that we're going to at least get to start a combo. But since we don't have a guard break at all, we just have to hope that we don't get blocked. So these fights with Piccolo are very hard. A lot of the time, you're going to get comboed to oblivion. You're going to get blocked for 30 seconds. Like, it's pretty difficult. So we're just going to hope that we can get through this as quickly as possible. And I might have to improvise some combos along the way. You might see me mix up my combo game a little bit, just depending on what happens. But let's just see what happens. So far, so good. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I had to mix in some back steps to kind of bait out some attacks, get some chops in there, but that was pretty okay. It can go a lot worse than that, so I'm happy with that. But now, once again, since we're playing from the alternate perspective, we're not going to be failing the minigame as Goku. We're going to be the one shooting the special beam cannon through them both. So, in classic Budokai fashion, we're going to absolutely obliterate our analog sticks by mashing them and rotating them as fast as we can here. So we have to charge 3 ki by rotating our sticks together. So doing it with 9 seconds left on the timer is basically as fast as you can do it. We like to rotate both of the sticks together, like with a palm, to make sure that we can get that done. But like I said, it destroys your controller. So if you ever plan on running this game, make sure you have a controller set aside to destroy, because there's going to be a lot of analog stick grinding and flipping around and stuff. So yeah, this controller right here it's hanging on by a thread, but it serves me well for Budokai. It does its job. So now we're going to fight Cybermen. Similar to Cell Juniors, they're very small. They're very annoying. They like to do a lot of attacks that kind of knock you away or knock you on the ground. And they're so small compared to Piccolo that we actually have to kick them into the air and fight them while we're flying to make sure that we can do our combos on them. Otherwise, our combos will just whiff over their heads. So I'm going to be kicking him in the air, guarding for a bit, and then doing our normal combo with Piccolo here. So that's how we want our fights to go with each of these Cybermen. Just kick them in the air and do that normal string. Pretty good so far, not bad. That was a little improvised there. All right. This is really good Cyberman. I haven't had any mistakes really so far. Oh, speak of the devil, commentator's curse. We just barely whiffed our kick there. All right, last Cyberman, and then we're going to fight the dreaded Nappa. Alright, so Nappa might as well be a Super Saiyan in this fight. He's bald, so you can't tell, but like, he's so overpowered and he blocks so much. He might, look at that aura, dude. He's just broken. He might as well be a Super Saiyan. So Nappa is notorious for blocking for 10,000 years. Like I said before, Piccolo doesn't have a true combo starter. He is relying completely on the enemy not blocking the last hit of his attack. Nappa loves to block. He is Super Saiyan 8, bro. Like, he is seriously the best character in the game in this story mode. So we're just gonna pray. We're just gonna prage that Nappa actually lets me play the video game. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, he's letting me play. He's letting me play. I'm gonna do a destructive wave for the fans there, you know? Oh, he's letting me play? Oh my lord. He's letting me play. He actually let me play. Piccolo is actually the real Super Saiyan, dude. That was amazing. That was like a super good Nappa fight. Usually that fight can lose upwards of 30 seconds. Like, it can really be that bad. But Nappa said, you know what, man? You're in the marathon. You're repping Budokai. You're bringing the hype to the boys. Let me just let you have one real quick. Let me just let you get free with one real quick. So shout out to Nappa. Underrated homie. But yeah, now that we're done with the Piccolo segments, we can relax a little bit. We get to play as Vegeta. Vegeta's combos are pretty okay. They're not the greatest. They're like a hybrid between his own thing, and he also has a lot of Goku's type of vibes. So he starts his combos with kicks as well, but he has very unique like overhead kicks and high raised kicks versus like a full kick string. So he does kick, 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 back kick, kick. So you'll kind of see what it looks like. It looks kind of strange, but Vegeta's got this weird problem where his height will make it to where when you sidestep behind an enemy, it'll flip the camera in the opposite direction. So he's hard to combo with because you kind of have to react to the fact that your camera flips unexpectedly. But I'll try to make it work. It's pretty difficult, but we'll see how it goes. All right, let's see. And his Gallic gun doesn't scale damage either, so it does maximum damage. Yeah, see, it's hard to react to that switch of camera. You have to totally swap your input types. So that was okay. I mean, that wasn't the greatest because I kind of dropped my combos, but it's hard because you go from doing a combo facing to the right and then immediately switch to the left. So you have to react to when you switch and switch your input sides. So it's pretty difficult. But now we have the short gamers. We have to defeat the small gamers. And we want to be in the air while we fight them because, like Piccolo versus Cyberman, if you're too tall, your attacks will miss. So I'm going to try to send Krillin back in the air here. And delay my Gallic gun so I get maximum damage. Alright, so that was okay. Not terrible. A little bit sus because I whiffed an attack on Krillin. It kind of ended my combo early, but Kid Gohan is even smaller than Krillin, so you really want to make sure you're in the air for this fight. Otherwise, all of your combos are going to miss. So we're going to make sure that we get him in the air, at least if we don't start in the air. We're going to do the same thing that we did prior. Just try not to drop the combos, so... Thankfully, he starts off with lower health, so it's really not as bad. But that was pretty good. A lot better than the Krillin fight. But yeah, we're still going to be playing as Vegeta for a little bit here, I believe, if we're not switching straight to Frieza. I think we get to play as Vegeta versus Zarbon, and then we go straight into Frieza after that, so... Going to the Namek Saga, fighting Zarbon. Once again, from the alternate perspective. But Zarbon is not too bad. He really doesn't have great combos. He's kind of like a Piccolo clone in a way. So fighting him is really not that scary, but once you get to Frieza, it can kind of get a little bit spooky because Frieza's combos are based off of Goku's combos. Goku's combos are like the best in the game. So it can get scarier once you start to fight Frieza, but for now, we're kind of chilling. Well, listen to that pretty boy. He's about to get smacked, though. We can't let him win. Alright. So he's going to start off, I think he might have monster form already. So he's got pretty, yeah, he's pretty big. Alright, come on. Yeah, see, the camera keeps flipping unexpectedly on me, so it's kind of hard to continue my combo here. There we go. Yeah, it's weird because sometimes the camera flips, sometimes it doesn't. So if you like try to hard read it and anticipate it from happening, like if you try to expect the camera to flip, sometimes your combo will get ruined. You literally have to react to it, and it's such a small frame to react to that it's really difficult. But it's something. It's something for sure. Vegeta is very hard to play in story mode in this game, mostly because of that, the camera issue. But when you fight bigger characters like Raccoon, like I'm about to fight now, it doesn't really have that issue. He's so tall that it kind of balances out the weird camera aspect, and he will have the normal side from a backstep combo. You'll be attacking from the same side that you are expecting to. So hopefully I can kind of adapt to that. All right. So not too bad so far. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. All right. So now that we have fought Raccoon, we fought all the gamers with Vegeta, all the young ones, the small ones, the big ones. Now we're fighting Frieza. So this is kind of like a what if saga. Like, what if Vegeta actually beat Frieza? What would happen? So we're kind of just doing the same combos as before. Frieza's got a weird height as well. So because of that, it's going to be the weird situation where reacting to our combos is a little bit harder. I'm going to try to make sure it works out, but we'll see. We'll see. Frieza can be really strong. He has like good transformations that do a lot of damage. He has Goku's combo strings. Death Beam doesn't scale damage, so it's really strong. Nice. That was pretty good. So now I think we fight Perfect Frieza. I believe. And then I think that's the end of the Vegeta route. We head on to Frieza's route himself. So hopefully once we get to about Frieza, things will get a little bit more poggers, a little bit easier, because Frieza's combos are so good that playing as him is a breeze, really. Frieza or Vegeta? You decide. Who is the better villain, Frieza or Saiyan Saga Vegeta? What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat. Frieza or Saiyan Vegeta? Who's the better villain? Personally, I think Saiyan Vegeta. Even though Frieza's pure evil, Saiyan Vegeta is just that arrogance, something about it. Just so sick. That trade. Not too bad of a fight. I love Frieza personally. I think Frieza's more evil, like he's truly evil. But Vegeta's not like pure evil. His evil comes from a different place, you know? It comes from the fact of his arrogance. It comes from his expectations of greatness, being a prince and being a Saiyan warrior race, thinking that he has to dominate everything, versus Frieza, who's just the same thing in a way, except he just has no remorse, no shred of a soul or anything. He's just a purely evil being. Technically, that could qualify for a better villain, but I like the more human side of Vegeta. That's just me, though. Frieza's a great villain, though. He's definitely top. He's peak. Alright, so now we get to play as said villain here, and he has really, really good combos. He has Goku's combos plus an extra one. So we're going to see exactly how much better he is than the other characters I've been playing. We're fighting Kid Gohan first. So I'm going to put him in the air here. Not bad, not bad. The real villains were the friends we made along the way. Of course. But yeah, now that we've defeated Kid Gohan, we're on to Piccolo. Piccolo is pretty easy. He just likes to block a lot. He's a higher AI level, but once we get our first hit off, it's pretty chill. It's not bad at all. And we're already in the air, so this kind of makes things a little bit easier. Uh-oh. So yeah, very easy fight, very clean. Piccolo let me pretty much do some dirty work on him. Get a little creature stepping on his back there, a little shot of some creature stepping. It's all good. But yeah, from here we fight, I think it's Vegeta and then Goku. If not just directly fighting Goku. I keep forgetting the order there, but from here we're going to be fighting one of the Saiyans. And they are a little bit stronger, especially Goku because he's in Super Saiyan, I believe. And if you get hit by a combo string from him, you're actually in danger. So we'll see exactly what we got going on. So we got Vegeta first. Vegeta's not too scary. He's kind of annoying sometimes, but very easy to combat with. So yeah, not a bad fight at all. Pretty simple, pretty clean. Shout out. Goku, though, this is the next fight. It is Goku. Goku is pretty dangerous. So I like to play a little bit safer with Goku. I like to block a little bit more sometimes. If I'm getting blocked out myself, I'll kind of block and wait for an opening. But usually it doesn't come down to that. Usually Goku will kind of cooperate and let me play. But we'll see. Alright, let's see, let's see. Please let me play Goku. He is Super Saiyan, so... Okay, now we're good. Alright, easy, perfect. Pretty easy, pretty chill, pretty chill. So, now that we're done with Frieza, in the What If saga that we're playing through here, Frieza actually defeats all the Z Fighters and he gains immortality. He gets the wish that he always wanted. That's why he's wishing at Shenron right now. But Immortal Frieza, we know that's not gonna happen. We've all seen Dragon Ball. We've all seen Dragon Ball Super. We gotta wish that guy back to life. But now we're gonna go back to our Vegeta fighting. This is when Vegeta unlocks Super Saiyan. So once again, we're playing from the opposite perspective after the Android 19 heart disease fight. So now Vegeta's coming back better than ever with the blonde hair, Super Saiyan jacked out of his dome. So now he's gonna just completely wreck Android 19 and go through the Android gauntlet. So he's basically gonna fight Android 19, Android 18, and then he's gonna fight Cell. When he fights Cell, he has Super Vegeta, but we'll see how this fight goes first. Easy. Just like the anime. Just like the anime, bro. Absolutely wrecked this man. So we fight 19, then we go fight 18. 18 is a little bit rough. She just is... Her AI is just really weird. She has some really weird attacks that'll kind of flip over your head or just do some kind of strange things. So I like to kind of be a little bit more on my guard when I fight 18. But overall, it's the same as every other Vegeta fight. It's not terrible. It's just something that you gotta get used to when playing as Vegeta, that enemies are a lot more prone to reacting to your attacks. But yeah, it's also the same situation where the camera's gonna flip me around again, so I gotta be on my guard about that too. Yeah, just like that. I didn't expect the camera to flip there. Oh my! This is the weird AI I was talking about. Alright. That was a little sketchy. A little bit sketchy. It almost went like the anime for that one. We didn't want to see that. We did not want to see that. But, we made it through. We made it through. So now we're going to be fighting Cell. I might do a little bit of Big Bang Attack action for the fans. Just for the fans, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. But, Vegeta's contemplating his life after getting destroyed by Android 18. And then he's going into the time chamber, unlocking Super Vegeta, and not realizing it's actually a bad power-up. But it's actually good in this game. It makes you a lot stronger, and it doesn't nerf your speed like it does in the anime. So we gotta do it for the fans. For the fans. So let's see. Alright, so we'll try to get Big Bang Attack off. We gotta get him to about yellow HP before we get that going. Alright, a little Big Bang action, you know what I'm saying? A little Big Bang action for the boys. Let's go. Gotta finish off strong around here with this super spiky hair of mine. But yeah, Big Bang goes hard. It's actually not a bad option for viable strategy. You can use Big Bang Attack if you're having trouble with blocking. It actually deletes about 1.5 bars of HP. So you can get them to like a certain HP threshold, use Big Bang Attack. The animation isn't as slow as it would be getting blocked for a long time. So it's a guaranteed way to kill at a certain amount of HP, and it kind of bypasses the blocking RNG. So we'll see if I can try it again here, just for the fans, you know what I'm saying? We'll see, we'll see. It might be better. It's usually faster to not use Big Bang Attack, but if you end up using it, then it's pretty chill. It's not a huge time loss, as long as you didn't get blocked a lot during the beginning of the fight or anything. Okay, I didn't end up doing it that time because I actually got really good RNG on the blocking, so I just kind of decided to go with the regular combo. But those were good Cell fights, pretty good. So now we're nearing the end of the run. We'll be coming up on time soon. I'll give you time once we are fighting as the meme character, but now we play as the final character of the run. We play as Cell. So we go through all of the forms of Cell, first, second, and perfect. Actually, yeah. We play as Perfect Cell. You'll get to see. You'll get to see soon. We play as all of the forms of Cell, including Perfect Cell. And we're going to be fighting the androids, trying to absorb the androids to achieve perfection here. And we fight Krillin as well. Krillin is very annoying to fight with Cell because of his height, the height difference between the two. But you'll see exactly what I mean once we get there. First, we're fighting Android 16. He's really tall, just like Cell, so it's not a difficult fight or hard to get off any combos or anything like that. But Cell's combos are really similar to Piccolo's, except they're actually better. They have much better frame data. He can actually connect his kick combo, unlike Piccolo. So this is going well so far. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so now from there, we're going to be going into our Krillin fight, I believe. Straight to Krillin. Krillin is annoying, like I said before. He's really, really short, and second form Cell is huge, super tall. So we're going to be treating him like a Cyberman. He may as well be a Cyberman. It's Krillin. But we're going to be kicking him up in the air and trying to do combos on him that way, because when we're flying, it's a lot easier to connect attacks because the character heights are a little bit more matched up. So I'm going to kick him up in the air and start my combo strings this way. Okay. Alright, that was actually really good. Alright, so we're coming up on time at the end of this next fight. The next fight on the final hit will be time. I'll call time once it happens. But we are going to go ahead and get started here. So, this is perfect form Cell. The Cell perfect form that you know is not real. This is the real perfect form Cell. Cell with Krillin absorbed. Also known as Cellin. True perfect form here. So, of course, what happens is Cell tries to absorb Android 18. Krillin, being the good husband that he is, jumps in front of her, says, "No, you're not going to take my waifu." And now we are Krillin in Cell form. So Yamcha and Tien think, "Oh, this dude's trash. We could take him, no problem." And here we are as Cell Krillin. So, we're gaming out here. He doesn't have any good combos, like, at all. He can only punch spam. Time. So that is a 58:09, I believe. That actually might be world record. I might have just gotten world record. I can actually check right now, and we'll see. 58:09 was the final time. Let me see. Let's do a quick little check here. Let's see. What was the old record? I used to hold the old record as well, of course, but world record was 50. Let's see. 58:33. So that is a world record live right here on ASF Dragon Ball. Shout out to Budokai. There we go, boys. I told you. DBK told you. We don't need practice around here. We slay out for ASF. That's what we do. Shout out to you guys for being here for this run. You guys all just witnessed a world record. So, thank you guys for watching. It was really fun, really sick. Great to do this run for you guys all live. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the event. It's going to be really awesome. Make sure you check out the ASF DB Z command so that you can get the information for donating, for checking out our merch, for looking at the schedule, seeing what awesome runs are up next, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for having me. Thanks for coming to chill in the event, and thanks for loving Dragon Ball. This is what brings us all together. That's why we're all here today, is for our love of Dragon Ball. So shout out to every last one of you guys. Thank you very much. Shout out. And thanks for the shout out, DBK. You guys can follow me if I'm still on live. You guys can follow me at twitch.tv/glitched, youtube.com/glitched. It has an extra D. Make sure you include that, but all good.